All right, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I know the grades in this box for several reasons. The main reason was PSA had these. PSA has had my submissions since like August, and I got to the point where I'm like, I just want to see what my grades got. And there's something in this box that has to be really, really annoying, and I'll show you here in a second when I crack into it. This has happened before, and the main reason why I'm annoyed is because I know I'm gonna have to resubmit something, and it's gonna take forever to get basically, you know, get the issue addressed. And I know what you're thinking. Rhyme. What is it? Is it just a bad grade? Do you think you should deserve higher on the score? No, not at all. Do you see it right there? Do you see that? Let's just get right into it right away because, you know, retention. And I know, you know, I want this to be shown off in the beginning of this video. Let me make sure there's no information being shown off over here before we hop into these. There's not. All right. So check this out. This is a pack fresh card. And it's been tagged as recolored. This is pack fresh. This, oh, wait a minute. They put it in this, bro, why would you put it in the, can I not get a sleeve? Are you kidding me? Hold on. That's really annoying. That's like super annoying. Like, you never, okay, look, PSA, you guys know how to handle cards. Why would you ever put a raw card into a card saver without any sleeve or protection? Like, that's ridiculous, number one. Like, I don't know what happened with the customer service of PSA, but it's just gone to absolute shit. Like, the second I saw this on my score, I immediately emailed them. I got a response back saying something like, we'll get a response to you in the next 10 days. And I DM'd on Twitter and I didn't get a response. This is a pack fresh card. Now, in case you wonder what recolor means, it means that, you know, sometimes people will try to color in like white dots and stuff like that to try to get a perfect grade. This came out of a pack. Oh my god, and it's also like kind of damaged now at the top too. This is wild, man. This is so annoying. Now I'm like just looking to make sure there's anything else wrong with this card. Like, look, it's flawless. The back is flawless. The front is fantastic. The only thing that it has is the centering, and again, this could be a 9 still technically, but if everything else is perfect, they could still give a card like this a 10. But like, there's no recoloring on this. This is pack fresh. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, the second I saw this, I was so annoyed because like I was waiting for this card for the longest. Man, I'm annoyed about that. I might, part of me wants to send it to Beckett, but then Beckett has the same issue where it's going to take forever to get it back, so it's like, I don't even know. Maybe I'll send it to Beckett Express to see what they say. But like, again, the only thing that's wrong with this card is the centering. Everything else is fantastic. This is a pack fresh card, and no one's recoloring cards from 2013 too. Like, PSA, what are you talking about? I've had this happen before. I sent in a Gold Star Charizard one time to get graded, and they hit me with it was recolored, and then I sent it back in, and they gave it a PSA 9 the next time. Like, which expert graded that? That's all I want to know. All right, well, let's go through these real fast. So I pulled this, if you guys remember. I have the bottom half, which is the main one that I liked, and I do know that this one had issues in it, so it did get a 9. Like I said, I did see the scores. If I remember correctly, yeah, it was a corner over here. There's like a little ding. But outside of that, that's all that we saw. I'm just so annoyed about that Rayquaza, man. There it is. I did pull another one of these the other day, which you guys should have seen by now. If not, that video is coming out soon. But yeah, I'm going to send that in. I'm probably going to keep this as a 9 because, again, because of that, I doubt it's going to get a 10. Maybe I can send it to BGS and see if they can get a 9.5 or something like that. Charizard! Now, this one, I wasn't 100% sure what would happen. It was really, really minty, but it did get a 9. I'm going to assume that it probably was the centering, which is like the big maybe. Everything else on this was fantastic. Like, there was nothing really wrong with it. And there was no print lines or anything as well. I might contest this, actually. The only thing I can think about is there's like a small, it's not like a ding, it's like an extra excess cardboard, which they have on these cards sometimes, which doesn't really count as points. But I think this can definitely get a 10. This could 100% get the 10. In the centering, it is a bit thinner on this side than that side, but it's in the 60-40 parameter, so this should be able to get a 10 if I resubmit it. I'm gonna have to wait, what, another 8 months? I think that's annoys me the most, because in the past, when I get a card graded, and, you know, they send me the stuff back, if there's something that needs to be reviewed, I can send it in and then get it back within the next 2 weeks. With this situation, again, they had these since August. And they still have 6 other submissions that I don't know when they're gonna get done. Charizard! I got one of the hardest cards to grade just because there was so much damage on it from the prongs that held the card down in the tin. And this actually got an 8. I think this is my highest score, actually, so I don't really mind. So this is what I'm talking about. You see how up here, it's got those little dings? That's where the tin held the card down. That's why the DP promos are so low pop, because they were all like super damage right off the bat. So if you ever want to try to get a level X Charizard, this one right here is the one to pursue, because I think the pop report is like it's like 30 or something ridiculously small, which is funny. But I'll take the 8. I don't mind the 8. Next one we got Mewtwo. Same situation. This is actually I don't think this is the DP Pro. No, this is like from the pack. I actually bought a PSA 10 of this a couple of months ago. So 8. Okay, yeah, I figured it wasn't going to get a 10. But I did think about, you know, sending one in, thinking they might get a 9. And I assume it probably got the 8 because of that ding in the corner up there. That's not excess cardboard, that's just whitening. So there's a difference. But yeah, I love the level X cards. They're like basically modern day or moderner day gold stars, because they just kind of pop out the card, which is really, really nice. So yeah, I'm telling you, get some level X's now while you can. The only thing that sucks about level X's is they had way too many Pokemon which weren't necessarily popular. But, you know, like, who cares about Tangrowth? It's all about Mewtwo's and the Charizards, which is the ones that are by far the most popular for this. For this, we got a 9. If I remember correctly, this might be the first. No, wait, this is not the first one I pulled. I know one of them that I pulled was not in the best shape. No, actually, this is the better one. Nah, I think this is actually my very first one, because remember, this is the one that had the centering issues. Like, look how much thicker it is on that side than that side. But yeah, but good news is, ta-da! We did get a 10 on one of them. I mean, the centering, I mean, look at this, the centering of these are night and day. Night and day. Like, look at these. This one definitely deserves a 10. I feel like this one, honestly, I could probably send this to Becca and try to get a black label. Because the thing about modern day Pokemon, prices go down a lot faster just due to the fact that there's so many of them. I feel like by the time you're watching this video, it's going to be like 1,000 of these as PSA 10s. And who knows how many in BGS 9s. So, black label for modern day Pokemon cards are going to be the key in growth for value on cards, because like not every card will be a black label, but almost every single modern card could be a PSA 10 and a BGS 10. So yeah, but I feel like this one could also technically get a 10, because like everything else on it was like really, really nice. But it's nice to actually have this finally back, because I've been watching everybody get theirs back, and I'm like, I just want mine to come back. I just want to give you an example. I think the last time we did a PSA return, we were like in 4.5, 4.6 million range, and now it's been like 600,000 cards later. That's how far backed up they are, which is crazy. You can hang out right there. Now the big one. The one that I could not pull to save my life. Good news is, I picked the perfect one on eBay. I was worried buying this, because it's like, you don't really know how good these cards are until you actually, you know, are holding them. And I remember when I got this, I'm like, oh, this got potential. But who knows? Maybe there might be like a scratch, something that I can't see. And I've been watching people get these back the last couple of weeks, and they've been getting like 7s and 8s and 9s. I'm like, what happened? But yeah, when I was buying these on eBay, I was like, I lost, I want to say like at least 20 auctions. And the one that I ended up winning, I fought for, because I saw how perfect it was. The centering was great, as you can see. It had nothing wrong with the back. Like, this was a candidate to be a 10, and potentially, again, could even be black label. I can't pull it to save my life, but at least I own it. I guess we'll get this Rayquaza out of the way, because it just reminds me of the pain. Actually, you can hang out over here. The next one, Charizard. Oh yeah, this is a gift actually. This is somebody sent me this as a trade, and they were like, yeah, just send whatever back. We got a 7, so still technically near mint. Yeah, I didn't expect us to get anything higher than a 5, to be honest, because it wasn't in the best shape. But it's still nice to get a Charizard. You know, I love the iconic artwork, and actually, even though I'm not a big fan of base set 2, I do love the cosmic foil that they added in this set, because look how much it pops. This looks so much better than base set 1. But obviously, everyone knows, you know, it's all about base set 1 as opposed to base set 2. But look at that. It's just it just sparkles in your face, which is nice. You can hang out over here. The next one, Charizard. This is actually a regrade. I pulled this myself. It got an 8 before, and it got an 8 again. Again, the big deal with this one is the centering from the top to bottom. It's pretty atrocious. Even right to left as well is a bit off. The back is fine. There's no print lines. But I was hoping that the centering could at least get it to like a 9. Because, you know, there's a big popularity in the PSA 9 Charizards. I mean, I can kind of compare. Like, come on. The right one looks way better. It looks way better with the hollow pattern. Whereas this one is kind of like whatever. But still, it's an iconic card. But yeah, we're going to hang on to that as an 8. Because, again, I pulled it. Everything I pull, I just love to keep for myself. Just because it's like, It's iconic. Now, this guy I'm kind of confused about. I pulled this when I was on FaceTime with Logic and Logan Paul a couple of weeks ago. Because they were opening packs. I'm like, you know what? I want to open one as well, and I pulled a Venusaur. It's got a 9. Now, you're probably like, Ryan, why are you upset about the 9? Well, this card, if I can find it, had quite the flaw. I want to say it was somewhere at the top. You might not be able to even see it. Ah, there it is. There it is. Look at that. You see that? You might not be able to see this that well. There's definitely like an indent at the top. There's definitely an indent at the top of that. Right there, you see it? Right there where the light is shining? It's a pretty noticeable indent. This should not be a 9. This should be like an 8 because of that. Now, granted, it might be a 9 because everything else was within parameters. Because, you know, the centering is good. There were no print lines. I mean, Venusaur usually grades fairly well. But still, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, this is going to be an awful grade. And then we got a 9 instead. So, it is what it is. Next one. I'm happy you got a 9 because I thought they were going to absolutely destroy this card. I pulled this, if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago. I guess a couple months ago now. And the centering is just absolutely god-awful. I've been searching for a minty Typhlosion for Alligator and Meganium for like the past like year, and I can never find them. When I finally pulled one, of course, I pulled the worst center one of all time. On top of that, it's got this little thing in the corner. This had 0 chance of being a 10. I like how there's a swirl over here. I just kind of noticed. It also had a 0 chance of being a 9, so I guess I was wrong on that. How are you going to give this a 9, but you're not going to grade this? PSA, come on. Come on. Like, are you for realsies? Look at that. And then the final two, I'm going to just unveil them together at the same time, because I also pull these in the same video. We got Blissey, and then we got Scizor. Now, what's surprisingly about the Scizor is I thought the Scizor was going to get a 10, because the Scizor was by far the best looking one out of the batch. And honestly, I'm surprised that the Blissey didn't get a 10. But, again, there's probably something around the edges. The thing about cards like this is the edges, they scratch so easily just by looking at it. Stop looking at my cards! You scratch them up, is basically what I'm trying to say. But I'm surprised that this got an 8. And I honestly, I thought this was going to get a 10. And then end up getting an 8 or 9. I mean, overall, I'm satisfied with the grades. They came back with what I thought was going to happen. I'm just severely disappointed about this. Like, this is just kind of annoying. Recoloring. It's just, who recolors 2013 cards? There's no recoloring on it. This is packed fresh. This was packed fresh. I'm still gonna submit it. And again, what recoloring is I guess if a card has whitening, people will color in it blue, I guess, to blend in, so it gets a better grade. But obviously, when graders get that under a microscope and stuff like that, they can see it. But they do make mistakes because again, I had this happen before to a Gold Star Charizard. I would take the set was recolored, and then he graded a 9 the next time. So yeah, it's just disappointing because I'm gonna have to wait another like 6 months for this. So I'll see you guys in 6 months in the next PSA video, and hopefully this guy is gonna actually get a grade in the next video. Because if not, I'm going to rage. I just wish I was able to at least, you know, get in contact with them. Because, you know, I used to have a person I could talk to at PSA that would always answer my questions, but he left the company a while back. So, like, right now, it's just been radio silence. You know, even if I have questions about my submissions, it's like no one answers it. And if they do answer you, they tell you, hey, we'll get back to your question in the next 14 days. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just go fuck myself or something because that's all I can do. I'm happy that PSA is getting a lot of success. You know, a lot of people are getting into submitting of their cards, but at the same time, they gotta like figure out a way to scale the support because it's been just awful. It's been awful. Yeah, but hey, the highlights of this video, we got these guys right here, so I'm happy how these turned out, and yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for putting up my rambling and my rants. Let me know your thoughts down below if you have anything to add on to that as well. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.